ガオーガオー食べちゃう Hello everyone! I am back! ただいま I am back! Hello, hello! 戻ってきたよみんな会いたいよ会いたかったマークリックねは、今日は配信見られないよコメントだけありがとうありがとう僕はもう十分元気よ元気出た Hello everyone I'm in my Kuma jammies although maybe they're a little bit too big Maybe I should take them off I'll take them off it's a little bit too big And besides it's not quite fall yet but hello I am back! I am no longer sick for the most part. You may be able to hear it. I'm a little bit phlegmy, which is gross. It's gross. I'm a little bit phlegmy and that's yucky and not good at all. But I'm not coughing. As I say that right as I'm about to cough. Hold on a moment. For the most part, I'm not coughing. I don't have chest pain. I don't have not feverish. You know, so that's good. もう熱がないよ。もう体熱くないよ。ずっと元気だよ。I'm pretty much recovered. I'm still in a bit of pain, but aside from that, I'm good. ふみさん、久しぶり。おはようふみさん僕は戻ってきたよもちろん来たよ今は雑談だけど後でリトルイチのリンちゃんのルートピリオド続くよふみさんは元気マカリクネも元気I'm just so glad I'm not sick anymore for the most part. I mean, I'm still in quite a bit of pain. But aside from that, I have energy to stream. So we're gonna be streaming as usual this week. Today we are playing period. Wednesday we are doing a free chat. We are doing a zatsudan. Asate wa zatsudan da yo. And then Saturday we are doing aliktori. Papa this afternoon aliktori. おかえりなさい元気だよただいままあ本当に嬉しいよみんなと一緒にそんなに話しているなんて本当に嬉しいよだってみんなと行かなきゃみんなと一緒にいなければ寂しいよ今は僕と猫ちゃん僕とトミーちゃん僕のペットトミーちゃんと一緒にだけ両親は今なんていうか休み中かな今は僕とトミーちゃんだけよだからみんなといなければとっても寂しいよだから今日はとっても嬉しいよなんていうかずっと寝てるなんかじゃないけど寝たわけじゃないけど休んだ昨日と一昨日もずっと休んだだからもう元気になったよそして新しい薬も飲んだだからもう大丈夫だよとにかく、僕のエロゲ自分の乙女ゲみんなよくしているだよね僕は自分の乙女ゲ作っている、この乙女ゲはそろそろまだテスティング中なんだけどベータテストはもう終わるなんだけど、今テスティング中僕とプログラマーさんと一緒にテスト中なんだけど、そろそろゴールデンマスター かもね。これでマスターかもね。なんていうか、来週じゃなくて、来月。もうそろそろゴールデンマスターかもね。すっごくワクワクするよ。すっごくワクワク。今は、いろいろな問題直すよ。なんというか、主人公の髪色と、耳のピアスも変わっている。そして、なんというか、エンディングムービーはちょっと違うだからね、直すよ。でもそれ以外あまり問題ないよ。すっごくワクワクするよ。So aside from resting all of last week, which is most of last week, I've been working on the game pretty much every day, just about. I've been going through the bills. We are so close. Maybe next month we can go Golden Master? Maybe? Very exciting. Couple things have to be changed still, like the ending movie needs to be altered a bit. The sprite's gotta be changed a little bit. There's like an issue with the hair color. There's an issue with like, the little tag on my ear. You see this? The little tag I have? Well, the protagonist has her tag too early. She's not supposed to have it yet, so we need to edit those sprites. But that's pretty much it. Aside from those two things with the movie and the sprites, we are really close to being ready for Golden Master. Maybe. Which is very heart-pounding and very exciting. I need to come up with the release date, but before that, we can't put the cart before the horse. Before that, we gotta solve what issues are in front of us, me and the new programmer. And then it should be ready for Golden Master. I wanted to commission somebody for like our work to commemorate going Golden Master. But I haven't figured out who yet, and I don't really have the disposable income to do that. I need to pick an artist, and then I need to pay them, which I cannot do just yet. Hello, Spontanimo! Hello! As you can see, I am back. And I am fine. I'm healthy for the most part. And I'm talking a little bit about my award and the progress we're making. We are almost Golden Master, which is super exciting. So right now I'm thinking of how to solve the current problems, which is not too many. We're getting very close. And then I wanted to do, like I said, a commemorative illustration to celebrate going Golden Master, but I don't know if anybody would really appreciate it, and also, it's kind of expensive. Every piece of artwork is expensive in this game. It's worth it, but it is pricey. And I've been working so hard. There are so many little problems that had to be fixed. So many, you guys would not believe. So many little issues with the game that have needed to be fixed, like sprite positions, and special effects, and lags, and the blur. Like, we had to fix so many little things, so many details. Hello, Stysine! How are you? How you doing? So the point is, I'm really excited that, I'm so excited that the game is getting ever closer towards Golden Master. Although there may not be an illustration to commemorate it. But that's fine. That's fine. I feel like people won't really care that much anyway. The important thing is release! It's the most important thing. Don't take that out of context. The most important thing is getting the game released, so we just gotta work hard. A nightmare of a day? No! I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm sorry. But you can finally relax. Yeah. Play a war game with me. Play an war game with me. In fact, I think I have an extra controller. Let me find it. Pretty sure I have an extra controller. Yeah, you can have my arms here. You can have my arms. You can have these arms, you can have this controller. Why am I using a PS5 controller for a PC game? Don't question it. Don't question it. But I hope you have fun. I'm glad you were able to make it. Let's see. Today we are playing Period. You may be wondering what happened to the last Period VOD. I was trying to edit it, and what happened is YouTube got rid of everything except for the stuff I was trying to edit out. So the VOD is gone. YouTube ate it. I'm so sorry. YouTube ate it. So it is not there anymore, but I will do a recap to explain what happened in the last episode. That makes me wonder, are there any co-op eroge? Sure there are! All you need is an Oni-chan, and you have to sit on his lap, and then you both take turns with the keyboard. That is how you make an eroge 2-player. You just swap the keyboard and the mouse back and forth. That's how you do it. That's how you make an eroge 2-player. Any game can be a 2-player if you try hard enough. Let me get a quick drink of water. Hold on. Anyway, before the co-op eroge, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I remember now. What if they both want a different route? Well, too bad. Flip a coin. Play rock, paper, scissors until you figure out which route. And then, obviously, the Moto should get to pick first, and then the Oni-chan should pick second, obviously. Little sister, privileges, come first, and then big brother comes second. Yes, I think that's fair. Oh my god, chat. You may have heard from one of my text posts, but let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. No, it looks like I don't have it. Looks like I don't have this. No. Is that? No. Alright, hold on. I gotta pull up a graphic for you guys to properly demonstrate what happened. Hold on. I need to pull up a graphic for you guys to properly tell you guys what happened. I don't want to pay for an asset. Is there a free asset? I don't want to pay for this. You know what? I'm just gonna look on Irasu Toya. Hold on. I need to properly show you guys what happened before I explain it. I need come on. Oh, that's not what I want. Hold on. I need to properly illustrate to you in order to explain it. Not really what I want. That's more of a terranium. That kind of. You know what? This is fine. I'm just gonna use this. Not exactly what I was thinking. This is gonna have to work. It's gonna have to work. I can't find the exact thing, and I guess I can look on Booth, but I don't really want to go through the trouble. Okay, I guess I'll look on Booth really quickly. It might be there. Hold on, they might be free on Booth. Let me take a look-see. Bear with me, Chad, bear with me. But let me just to catch you up on what happened. I was posting on YouTube. I was posting about updates to the game, right? I was saying that we were currently in beta testing, and it was exciting, and things were coming along. And even though the previous programmer left the project very abruptly, I was able to find a new programmer, and we were working very hard to get things where they had to be in order to make it ready for release, right? And beta testing had its own challenges, communication issues. So I posted this on Ko-Fi, and I posted a link to it on Twitter, and I posted a link to it on Blue Sky, all my social media, and I also posted it on YouTube as a post. But I also attached a screenshot from the build of the game, right? right? And it turns out YouTube thought it was too spicy. I'm gonna describe the screenshot because I cannot show it to you when I tell you what happens next. It was a screenshot of a male character who is shirtless. The man is shirtless. And then there's me. I am fully dressed, okay? And me and the shirtless man are talking. We are just talking. There's no kissing, there's no hand holding, there's no hugging. We are just talking, standing side by side in a room, okay? And YouTube, hello Frankie, I am back! I'm just explaining the saga of what happened to me. So I posted an update about my game, right? And I posted the screenshot, but according to YouTube, the screenshot was too spicy. And so I am in jail. I am in YouTube jail. I am in jail, chat. I am still in jail, in fact. Whoops, I didn't mean to make the bars move. Hold on. There you go. Alright, I am still in YouTube jail. They blocked me. They, immediately, they wouldn't let me post the post. They wouldn't let me post the text with the screenshot, so I deleted the screenshot. And then they wouldn't let me file an appeal because the original got deleted. And I had to take a test that showed I was not a deviant, I was a functioning member of society, and I knew what was okay and not okay for YouTube. And I reached out on Twitter three times for 3 days in a row, and they were like, I don't know. Well, we can't help you. We haven't seen the post. Despite that, I linked them to the post, and despite that, I showed them the screenshot. They said, we can't do anything about it. You're gonna have to wait 90 days. So I have to have this warning on my YouTube channel for 90 days. Until mid-December. I have this stupid warning on my YouTube channel. And I cannot appeal it, and they will not, reconsider it because they're stupid. And so I'm in YouTube prison. 解放して YouTube さんお願い僕は犯人じゃないよ変態犯人じゃないよ I'm not a criminal. I'm not a pervert. Please, YouTube, let me go. Free me from my prison. I do not deserve to be in YouTube prison. I don't deserve this. But I'm in YouTube prison until mid-December, all because of a screenshot, which is not spicy at all. It's a man and a woman talking. Only the man is shirtless. Are his nipples too spicy? Is that it? Are the moth nipples too hot? The male nipples? No moth presenting nipples? Is that what we're doing now? Is this another Tumblr instance? No female presenting nipples? No moth presenting nipples? I do not know. The point is, I'm in prison. I have this stupid warning on my account until mid-December, so I have to be extra good. And if I quote-unquote violate the warning again, then I get a strike. And that's bad. If you get 3 strikes, your channel gets deleted. So I don't want that to happen. That would be bad. I'd probably just make another channel. But still, the point is, I am unfairly in YouTube prison at the moment. If you want, you can at them on Twitter and be like, free her, she did nothing wrong. But they basically said, we can't do anything. The original post is gone. It's yeah, because you wouldn't let me post it. That's why it's gone. Anyway, the point is, I'm in YouTube hell. I'm in YouTube prison. I do not deserve this. I am a good girl. What is this skepticism, Star Scene? What is this skepticism, huh? You should be posting bail to let me out. I don't deserve this. Anyway, so I'm in YouTube prison. My channel is under warning. It's going to be under warning until mid-December, which is insane. 90 days? That's close to like half a year. That's insane. That's like, what, 350 days? No, it's like a third of the year! I understand why people have issues with Has-Been Hotel. It wasn't, like, there was nothing spicy in the screenshot! Valentino and Angel Dust are perfect, 10-10, no notes. Yes, you're entirely 1000% right. Valentino and Angel Dust are flawless. You are right. Angel Dust has never done anything wrong his whole entire life. I love him so much. But the point is that there was nothing spicy in the screenshot, and yet I cannot show it to you because I would get bonked again. But if you go on my Twitter, if you go on my Blue Sky, if you go on my Ko-Fi, you will find it. Let me link it to you. Go to my Ko-Fi, go to my pinned post on Ko-Fi, and you will see it. It will be right there. You can see with your own eyes it is not spicy at all. Certainly not jail-worthy offense, unless you consider Valentino's nipples to be too hot. In which case, I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't be watching Has-Been Hotel then. Anyway, let me get a quick drink of water. I'm still mad about it, as you can see. Anyway, so that's what's going on. I'm in YouTube jail. Let me go, chat. Please. Oh God, now it's stop moving. Now it's sideways. Whatever. Please free me, chat. Please free me from YouTube hell. Why am I in prison? I do not deserve prison. I am a good girl. I don't deserve this. Mad? Why are you happy that I'm mad? Why are you happy? Don't be a jerk. Free our queen! Yes! But anyway, it's frustrating. It is not even a spicy screenshot, but anyway, whatever. Actually, it's funny because 2 of my highest performing videos, like ever, are really old videos. 2 of my highest performing videos is my playthrough of Sadistic Blood and my playthrough of Dead End Igus. Those are both Black Site games, or Black Site successor games. Obviously I don't show anything spicy during those playthroughs, but those are quite old. Those are very old, and those are my highest performing videos of the Black Site games. Oh, your model wasn't doing a mad face? I see. Let me fix that. Whoops, that was not it. There we go. Rah! Rah! How's that? Rah! How's that? But yeah, the 2 highest videos are the Black Site videos. So the people clearly want spice. The viewers want spice. But I guess a shirtless man is too spicy for YouTube. I don't know, it's stupid, it's dumb, whatever. I'm just gonna have to deal with this warning until mid-December because they refuse to appeal it. They refuse to appeal it. And it is very frustrating. But anyway, all this to say is that I'm still working on the game. Hopefully, it will be release worthy soon. The viewers also want ASMR! I did do ASMR. I did 2 ASMR videos, and neither of them did very well. I did 2 ASMR streams. Neither of them did that well. I also did a bunch of voice scenarios. But those also didn't do too great. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You know, the watch hours are not reflecting that. So, I don't know. They don't seem to be doing well. What seems to be doing well are the Black Site videos. But obviously, they are too spicy. So I cannot show very much of it. You know, I could show like 10 minutes of it. because it's so spicy. Deeply ashamed to admit I like the Kumakko takes Onichan to the amusement park ASMR. Why? Why? Why are you ashamed? That's fun. Actually, my favorite one I did. The Kitsune Fox, the little fox spirit, and the girl at the festival. That is like to date my favorite one that I've done. To date. Probably my favorite one. I also like the Yuri one, but I had like a really bad microphone at the time, so it's like really painful to listen to now. The third best video you got is an ASMR one. Which one? Which one is that? Which is the third best video? Which one is that? But yeah, if you want more of that, more of those kind of voice scenarios, chat, wink wink, wink wink, nudge nudge, my commissions are open. And pretty much all of the recent ASMR videos that I posted this year have been commissions that I've gotten permission to make public. So if you want a custom ASMR video, you want a custom voice scenario, you can commission me. Yeah. Although it's a lot of work, chat. You'll be surprised. It's a lot of work. It's at least 2 weeks of work. Waiting for Santa with a cuddle party. Oh, that one. That one. Oh gosh, that was a while back. Last year. 6 months ago. No, 9 months ago. Maybe even 10 months ago. Wow. I don't know. Is that one of the more successful ones? All the more successful ones I'm aware of are the covers and the Black Psych stuff. People really like the Black Psych stuff. If I could, I would play more Black Psych stuff, but I cannot because it is just too spicy. Hello, Halo! Hello! Hi! Long time no see! How are you doing? I'm so glad so many people came. I'm so glad so many people came. You're gonna have to watch the VOD. But basically, I got thrown into YouTube jail. I'm testing the game. What else? I'm working on commissions. Commissions are open. What else was I talking about? I'm no longer sick for the most part. I'm still in quite a bit of pain. But other than that, I'm not sick. I'm not feverish anymore. You got a girlfriend! Whoa! Wow! How dare you? How dare you? Who is she? What's her address? What's her name? Who is she? Why would you tell me this? No. Congratulations, Halo. Congratulations. Good for you. Good for you. Not like I'm forever alone or anything. It's not like I'm forever alone or anything because nobody wants me as your girlfriend. No, but I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Congratulations, Halo. I'm so happy. I hope you guys have a wonderful future together and a beautiful relationship. Yeah. Otherwise, revenge. Otherwise, pay no attention to the knife under the table. I just got rejected by a girl. Oh no, Frankie, oh no. eroge is my only friend. That's me playing otome games. Who needs a boyfriend? Not me! I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need a boyfriend. I have otome games. No, I'm fine. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need a girlfriend. Just in case you guys forgot, I'm bisexual. I don't need a girlfriend. No, but I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. You saw the Demon Slayer movie? That's great. That's great. I saw it. It was so good. I want to see it again. If they're still playing it, I want to see it. We can't, Kumakko. We're siblings. You fool. You fool. That just makes it hot. That just makes it hot, you fool. That just makes it hotter. You have angel dust. Do I really, though? Angel dust would never hurt me. Because he is fictional. My precious little fictional boyfriend Angel Dust would never hurt me. You saw a dub and sub. Ooh, now that's a movie to take your girlfriend to. Man, not that I want a significant other to take me to the anime movie. No, I'm really glad you got to see it. I saw it subtitled only. I did not see it dubbed. It does make it hard? What's it? Are you making an innuendo? Are you making an adult joke? You have to be on good behavior, chat, or else I'm gonna get thrown into YouTube jail again. You took it to Chicago! Ooh, like the play? Like the Broadway play? That's so cool. Wow! Okay, stop talking about it. You're making me jealous. Stop talking about it. Stop. But congratulations. That's so great. I'm so happy for you. You know that meme where it's like, I'm so happy for you. Somebody looks really mad. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. No, I'm glad though. You deserve happiness, Halo. Good for you. Good for you. But anyway, I don't need people. I have otomege. I have eroge. Maybe one day I will have somebody for me. And that person is Angel Dust! I have to wait for Blake Roman to fall in love with me. It has to be Blake Roman, chat! Or I will also accept Michael Kovac. I will accept Blake Roman or Michael Kovac. Or Chris Colfer. I know what you're thinking, but Kumakko, he's gay. I don't care! I don't care if he's gay. I will accept Chris Colfer, I will accept Michael Kovac, I will accept Blake Roman. Basically a brown-haired, skinny twink, okay? I will accept any of those three. Or Carrie Mulligan, but she's a straight woman, and she's married. And she's a mother. She's a mother with children. Unfortunately, she bought into the heteronormative agenda. Set your expectations lower. No! I will not! I will not set my expectations lower. They have to be a very talented, musically inclined, brown-haired twink. Okay? Because I really like brown hair. It's hot. Angel Dust for the win, yes. Although, isn't Angel Dust blonde in his human form? I'm good with blondes. Blondes are good too. I'm not picky about hair color. I'm not picky about skin color. I'm not even that picky about body type, really. It's really more the personality. Somebody has to be kind and gentle and patient and all that stuff. They gotta be in the top 0.1%. Yeah, you have to be, like, incredibly musically successful and a talented actor in order for me to date you. Nah, but they gotta be a creative. They gotta be an artist. You know, they gotta be an artist. They gotta be an actor or something like that. No, I hate body hair. I hate body hair. No! Twinks are not allowed to have body hair. No! No! I hate body hair. I hate body hair. Nah, but they gotta be an actor of some sort. They gotta be an actor. A voice actor, a television actor, a movie actor. I don't care. They gotta be an actor of some sort. There has to be two people who are both actors in the relationship. Gotta be me and somebody else. I'm also, doesn't have to be just men, okay? I'm mostly attracted to women, so, please, ladies, I'm single, ladies. Hello, hi. Fill out the girlfriend application, please. Pros of dating me, I am cute. Kind of. I'm kind of cute. And, I'm cheerful. And, I'm really clingy and jealous and possessive. Cons of dating me. I need you to support me financially. I'm really possessive and jealous. And I'm also a crybaby and I have really bad anxiety. You're gonna have to deal with my chronic health issues. But think of all the pros of dating me. Like, I will dote on you, and I will give you presents, and I will love you, and I'll be very lovey-dovey. You know, there's pros and cons to dating me, okay? Yeah, we could play it all game together. Think about it. It could be so much fun. But anyway, I've complained enough. I've babbled enough. That's enough of an update for now. Why don't we actually play the game? Let me pull up period right now. Hold on. Also, today is the day that Gekka Yoran Romatsu came out, 2011. It is my favorite otome in the world. My favorite one. You said possessive both times. It depends on how you look at it, okay? I'm not like a yandere, but I do get jealous. I do. Alright. Let me pull up the game. Let's go over to gaming. Sounds good. You would think so, and yet. Oh, a little loud? Turn that down a bit. If that sounds good to you, then why haven't I found anybody yet? How's that? That good? That's good. Yeah. Alright. Okie dokie. So, in case... Whoops, that's the wrong window. Alright. In case you do not remember, Rin-chan broke up with us last time. She broke up with us, and she was taken to the hospital. She has a heart condition. And then her mom was a bitch. Her mom was like, "You cannot see my daughter!" And it's been like several months since we saw Rin-chan, who was in the hospital with her like very severe heart defect. What if the guy is also jealous, possessive, and clingy? No, I don't like that. I don't want that. I need them to be confident and no flirting at all. Absolutely no flirting with other people ever. I am strictly monogamous. No dating other people, no flirting with other people. Don't do it or I'm breaking up with you. I'm strictly monogamous. Like, I have nothing against people who are polyamorous. I know several people who are polyamorous. I have nothing against them. But it's not for me. Not for me. Anyway. But, like, I don't flirt with people anyway. I've never flirted with anyone in my life. I don't know how to do it. I would know what to do. So they have nothing to worry about there. Anyway. So I'm gonna kind of fast forward to show you guys what you missed last time. So we have Rin-chan. She broke up with us. We try and talk to her. We try and confront her, and then she faints. It is dramatic. She faints, and then Chitose-chan calls the ambulance, and then Kotone is here, and then her mom is horrible, and like, "You can't see my daughter." And then everybody's all sad that Rin-chan is in the hospital. Oh, baby girl, you didn't do anything wrong, sweetheart. I love you so much. Chitose-chan is very upset and crying. Aw. And then we learned that Rin-chan was a novelist and she had a book published, and that her mom is her editor who's forcing her to publish another novel. Okay, I think... Let me go to backlog. Okay, here we are. The summer days I spent together with Rin, I felt them grow blurry far, far away. And we also read her novel and it was like great. Anyway, since Rin was carried off to the hospital, the daylight hours grew shorter day by day, and the sunlight raining down on the ground gradually softened its intensity. Before I knew it, the noise of the cicadas, boldly displaying their presence, suddenly stopped. At the same time, the summer clouds stretching across the sky over the western sea disappeared. Around me, I felt scenes from a full school life being interwoven, kind of dissociating here. Yukino-senpai once again making plans to expand on the maid cafe. Asahi Jr. and the others venturing into town. But there was no sign of Rin anywhere. Of her smiling face, grinning shyly. And I could no longer hear that lively, charming voice. Carried off in the ambulance that day, Rin had been in the hospital. Since then, she hadn't been seen at school. Rin's heart had a congenital defect. That was the cause of her outbreak of fever and her collapsing. So it sounds like she has like a hole in the heart. According to Chitose-chan, it had been quiet this year, but... And the changing of seasons slowed not a bit. New colors coming into the sky. Without losing time for true feelings, the autumn sky passed on. Winter began in the town on the hills. Can I, want to see what day is it in the game. It is December 1st! December 1st! And then... I want to see, when was the last time we saw her? I think it was like September, right? I want to say like September since we last saw her. Let me pull it up. You can always pause this if you want to read through all this backlog. But I'm trying to figure out what day that was. Pretty sure it was like September that we saw her last. If I don't find it, I'll give up, but I just want to see. Ah! So September 5th was when we last saw her. And now it is December 1st. Cell phone calls that went unconnected. Emails that didn't arrive. Now I had no way to get in touch with Rin. I thought about sending a letter to Chitose-chan, but these days, all simulation to her from outside was shut out. Of course, the contact that came from Rin to me was nothing. Sometimes, I recall the exchange diary with her. That notebook, even now, Rin probably still had it. This diary, what kind of thing should I write?
なんだっていいんですよ。先輩が日常の中で見たもの、聞いたもの、感じたものを書けばいいんじゃないですか?
I love this like sepia tone for the flashbacks. I think it's, man, I'm trying to get rid of that. I think it's very cool. My everyday life isn't that sparkling. My ordinary days are pretty mundane.
先輩の普通が私の普通かなんてわかんないですよ。
Yeah, because she spent so much of her life in the hospital. Mood, me too, girl. When we started the exchange diary, we definitely had a conversation like that. For Rin, living in the hospital for a long time, my ordinary everyday life probably seemed precious and dazzling. That was how it seemed now. While Rin was hospitalized, I showed up at the hospital just about every day. Good for you, that's nice. Loyalty, I like it. Although with Rin's mother sticking to the hospital room, actually meeting her didn't come to pass. You know, I'd just be like... I'd just go past her. I would just storm past her. You can't keep me away from my beloved. Basically, no permission was given to see her. And only Chitose-chan and Yukina-senpai met Rin during that half a year. It's been 6 months. Although I got words like she seemed well from the mouths of the girls, somehow those are the words I had expected out of concern for me. Even though I would go to the hospital, I wouldn't go inside. As for what I was doing, from the hospital garden, I would just look up in a daze at the room Rin was in. Come on, man, if you go there every day, why would you not try to get inside her room? Just say, you know, you're her partner, you're her boyfriend. Anyway, even if it was just by luck, Rin might make an appearance at the window. If I was lucky, I'd be able to meet her. Well, in real life, if their parents didn't let him, he probably wouldn't be able to do that. But like, her mom is like abusive, right? We could say that her mom is like borderline abusive, right? We could say that. You know, forcing her barely 18-year-old daughter to work herself, you know, to like exhaustion. That's, come on. It's kind of not good. In a corner of my mind, my hopes were placed only on this development, straight out of a girl's manga. But in the world I live in, it seemed like there was no way for a miracle or a chance like that to occur. Let me get a sip of water. The blind was always down on the window of Radine's hospital room. I couldn't even see the shadows of people. Is the mom, like, always there? Can you wait for her to not be there? I understood that after 2 or 3 trips that I couldn't meet her. That was enough to understand that it was a fool's errand, but... nevertheless, just a little bit, I could be close to Rine. With that alone, I went. Loyalty. I like that. Heartfelt concern. The situation changed just a little. It was always just me alone, looking up at the hospital room window, but sometimes, next to me, someone else would join me in this foolish way of passing the time. Kohane-chan, aww, aww, Kohane-chan, bringing homemade bread, continuing to look up at the window with me. Was like Kohane-chan not allowed in? Asahi, in the middle of the rain, muttering complaints, even as she held out an umbrella. Aww. Asahi does care. Shigehisa, doing nothing, just sitting next to me. Bielroot. Junya, continuing to keep me company for more than 2 hours, even though he was yawning the whole time. Surprisingly, even the student council president came once or twice. It was mentally draining spending the time with the president continuing a muttered monologue of his own praises, but at least it seems he was concerned about the health of Rine as a member of the student council, in his own way. It's been a while since we've seen Kohane, yeah. Yesterday, even Yukina-senpai came. Going into December, Nagasaki had a sudden chill. The falling temperatures summoned snow-laden clouds, and yesterday, sparse as it was, the city had its first snow. In the middle of this, the canned coffee that Yukina-senpai brought couldn't have been warmer. It wasn't just me. Everyone was waiting for Rine's return. This is a very dramatic route. I was not expecting this. Probably one of the more dramatic routes. Praying for her recovery, wishing for her to leave the hospital as soon as possible. Yeah, what can they really do if you have like a heart defect? What can you really do? As each day passed, the town was transposed into scenes unknown by Rine. It was as if all traces of Rine had been erased from the world. But, on the contrary, within me, day by day would feel the weight of her presence increase. I have an idea, chat! I have an idea. What if, Yukina, you slip her some homework, and inside the homework, you hide a get well card. Huh? Contraband. Huh? And then if the mom objects, you can be like, oh, that's Yukina's card. That's Yukina's card. It's not my card. Huh? Give her a little get well soon card. You know, you can think of ways. Now, unsurprisingly, naturally, the unshakable existence known as Kagami Rine was becoming great within me. This girl who had become my girlfriend in such a short period of time. Now, my world might revolve around her at the center. It was safe to say that Rine's existence was continuing to expand within me. However, my existence was probably just a detriment to Rine. Just as her mother said, it was probably because of me that Rine was readmitted to the hospital. No, it's because the mom was overworking her and forced her to break up with you, causing her emotional strain. Like, imagine all the pressure. You're barely an adult and your mom is like, you have to write another novel and it has to be a bestseller and it has to be perfect and I'm going to be your editor and I'm going to go over every single word and also you can't have a boyfriend. Can you imagine all the strain? Rine, under the night sky, covered with winter constellations. I slept today as well, thinking back on those distant summer days. Kind of a sad one today. December 24th! Christmas Eve! Christmas Eve, okay. The weekend just after finals, Sunday. Oh god, you spend your Christmas Eve in a dormitory? The shrill ringtone from my cell roused me from the idleness I was indulged in. While rubbing my half-open eyes, I pushed the receive button. The only time I ever tried to write a novel, I ended up in the hospital. Novels are no joke. Wow, yeah, you can't overwork yourself. For sure. Now, I will say, chat, not to brag. I'm not bragging, okay? I'm just telling you, I've written a couple of novels. I wrote them as a teenager, and then later on, I wrote a couple more. I think I've written about 2 complete ones, and also a book of essays, and also some short stories, a collection of short stories. But 2, I'd say 2 full-blown novels. I also had 2 incomplete ones that ended up being lost to time. But yeah, novels are hard. They're hard to write, for sure. It's a lot of time and effort. The only time I managed to finish one was... I have to look up the exact date. I'm gonna have to say... maybe 2000 something. I don't remember exactly, but... way back when. Last year. Last year, because I'm 18, chat. Last year! Is there a website where we can read my writing? Not my old writings. I do have an archive of our own. Let me pull it up. I do have an archive of our own. And you can read some of my original work, and you can read some of my fanfiction there. It doesn't have everything, of course. I have a huge body of work. It doesn't have everything. But it does have some things. A lot of stuff I've never posted. You know, I have screenplays, I have stage plays, I have poems that I've never posted. Hold on, let me get rid of that. I have work that I've never posted. Whoops, I have my tongue out. I have works that I've never posted, that have not seen the light of day. I have tons of work that's incomplete, but that's a little bit of my work there if you're interested. And also, I do have writing commissions open if you're interested. And also, I do write spicy stuff. I will write whatever R18 stuff you want me to write. The only limit is I do not do R18 voice dramas. I do R18 writing. So, like, hit me up. I'll write whatever you want. Glee Fates Say Night crossover? Yes, that, I think I've been working on that since, like, 2016. Senpai! Oh! Sorry, I got off track, but the point is I write a lot. I write, like, an inhuman amount of writing. I write way too much. But anyway, Rin-chan! What happened to Rin-chan? What happened to Rin-chan? Ohayo hachinichi! 今はRin-chanのルート続くよ。僕はもう元気になったよ。But yeah, we're gonna find out what happened to Rin. But at the end of the stream, I will give you my commission information if you want my writing. At that name within Shitotsu-chan's voice, I instantaneously jumped up. Hachinichi wa genki kana? Rin-chan, どうしたの? What's the matter with Rin?
リンちゃんの容体が急変したって連絡が。
Oh no! She really bad? In a good way, in a bad way? 突然何を? My head, which had been wrapped in a fog, started cranking at once. Rin's condition?
私もリンちゃんのお母さんから連絡を受けて、
What happened? It sounds bad!
もしもリンちゃんに何かあったら、そんなの嫌だ。
No! No! Chitose-chan! 泣かないで! Chitose-chan, you are not allowed to be sad! Calm down, Chitose-chan! 落ち着いて! Don't rush, there's no need to panic yet! Uh-oh. For now, I had to calm down Chitose-chan, who had developed a panic on the other end of the line. Of course she's panicking. And I'd endeavor to calm myself down as well. Hell no. But the state she was in, Chitose-chan herself probably didn't have the full details yet. I'll go to the hospital right now, too. Ah! What happened? Oh, crap, I did not... What did I click? That was an accident. Hold on, let me fast forward to where I was. I accidentally clicked something. Okay, Here we are. So sorry. I don't know why that skipped. So you head to the hospital too without panicking, Chitase-chan. Aw, baby girl. I better get in touch with Shigehisa and have him accompany Chitase-chan. Quickly fired off an email to Shigehisa imparting what I was thinking. Now 30 seconds after sending it, I got a reply from Shigehisa. Understood. Although it was a brief answer, that word from Shigehisa had a sense of security that was able to calm me down. Now Chitase-chan would be alright. But the problem was with me. Even if I went to the hospital room, Neen's mother would undoubtedly send me away. Who cares, man? Go! However, with this much tension, there was no way I could just wait doing nothing. Yeah, even if you're just in the waiting room. At any rate, I had to go to where Neen was, before it was too late for anything. Really, for Neen's health to be this bad. Of course, I imagined the possibility. Wait. What if the mom, hear me out. What if the mom is doing it? What if the mom is doing like, what do you call it? Munchausen disorder by proxy? Is that what it's called? Munchausen disorder by proxy? It's when you make somebody sick on purpose and then you nurse them back to health for like the attention and like the monetary gain and stuff. Mostly for the attention. Like there's been a couple cases like really wild and really fringe, but it does happen. What if the mom is making Rin-chan sick? I think like there's like a new name for it. It's called like fictitious disorder by proxy or something like that. Somebody makes up that they're sick, or somebody makes them sick like on purpose. What if the mom is doing that? Maybe that's a little bit too dark, but anyway, of course I imagine the possibility that her condition might get worse, but I've been careless and driven the thought away. Certainly expected her to survive. Oh my god, I expected her to recover. The absolute worst case shouldn't happen. With no foundation at all, that's what I had firmly believed. They would not kill Rin-chan. They would not kill her. This is a moege. Why did this have to happen? Cursing at something unseen, I hurriedly got dressed. And stuffing only my cell and wallet into the pockets of my jeans, I ran out into the winter streets. It was Sunday, and there was hardly any people in the hospital. This was a great difference from the numerous people in the town areas on weekends. Maybe because of that, I got a more sinister impression than usual from the empty grounds of the hospital. Chitase-chan and Shigehisa were probably here already. It would be fun to poison Angel Dust and then nurse him back to hell. No, I would never. Does kind of sound like a fun yandere route, though. Anyway, I arrived in front of Rin's room. Standing there alone was Rin's mother, looking exhausted. Fuck you! I do not care about her one bit. You suck, lady. In the heavy atmosphere hanging about the corridor, I bowed. No, I would not bow. I didn't think to get approval for being here, but preparing myself to receive her condemnation, took a step forward. You suck. I hate you. This is your fault. But, contrary to my expectations, no words of rejection flew at me from Rin's mother. The silence just stretched through the air, stretched out in the corridor, with the fragrance of antiseptics drifting about. Oh, did you have a change of heart? Did you grow a conscience? Unexpectedly, she let my name escape in a timid tone of voice. Yes. Astonished, I accepted it with a nod. Let me get a drink of water. Hold on. Very exciting. I noticed that she was clearly more pale and thinner than when I first saw her in front of Rin's house. That was understandable. These 3 months she'd probably been commuting to the hospital and nursing Rin. Yeah, I don't trust you, lady. I don't trust you. She reached her hand into the handbag she was carrying. A gun! A knife! No? Okay. And from within took out a single notebook. Is it the diary that we were writing in?
あなたに
Aw. A notebook with a light green cover. There was no doubt. It had crossed between Nina and I time and time again. The exchange diary! Why this?
お医者様に言われたの。今夜が峠かもしれないと。
Whoa, what? What? Why? Did she have to go into surgery or something? Eh?
もしものことがあるかもしれないから
What?
覚悟してください。
I'm sorry, what kind of doctor's like, oh, BTW, you might die? Who would do that? Why would you say that? Also, how could she prepare herself if something goes wrong? Just write a will? Like, how does that work? Do you have a living will? I don't know. It was a shock that seemed like it would stop my heart right there. Lean's condition had degenerated that much?
それリンが入院した後ずっと書いてたの。
And you never gave it to me?
あなたに渡すために。
I remember playing a moe game where one of the heroine died in her route? That, I don't think that would happen here. But also, what moe game?
こんな日記捨ててしまおうかと思った。
You, I would hate you if you did that. Hate you more.
でも捨てられなかったのよ。あの子が肩で息をしながら限られた時間で書いていた日記。そんなの捨てられるはずないじゃない。私は母親としてリンの幸せを願ってあげなきゃいけなかったのに。
Little late. Too little, too late, man. You should have thought of that before you, pushed her to such lengths.
いつからか編集者からの視点でリンを見てた。
Oh, okay, don't worry. I'm gonna delete it so nobody else sees it. There you go. For some time now, I've looked at Ian from the point of view of an editor.
稀有な才能を伸ばしてやることがあの子の幸せにつながるって
No!
思ってた。
All you did was put so much pressure on her.
だけど
I'm glad you seem repentant.
ストレスが一番いけ
Yeah!
ないって分かってたのに。
What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
私は
You're so
リン
stupid!
にプレッシャーをかけ
You are so dumb! Oh, my daughter has a congenital heart defect? I'm gonna force her to write a new novel, and also force her to break up with her boyfriend, and also isolate her from her social circle. That'll help, right? Oh my god, how stupid.
書くことを強要してしまったの。
You are so stupid. You are the worst mother ever. Forced her to write. You suck. You suck. Also, as a writer, I'm just gonna say, if you force yourself to write, it never turns out well.
私
Thank you.
母親失格だわ。
She said it, not me. Glad she finally admitted it.
あの子から大切なものを奪って
I'm glad you admitted it.
大切な人を遠ざけた。
Good. Yeah, I mean, you better repent.
ごめんね。許して。
Okay, but are you also going to apologize to me?
ごめんなさい。雨宮さん。
Okay, good. We got an apology. Will I forgive you? No. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. This is your fault. Cry harder. Cry harder. I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for Dean for having you as a mother. Oh, chill out. Relax. Little dramatic lady. You did this to yourself. I don't feel bad for you. You did this to yourself. Too little, too late. Dean's mother covered her face with both hands and broke down sobbing. I don't feel bad for her. She did this to herself. Unable to hide her overflowing emotions, her great teardrops fell to the floor. Catching the voice of a weeping mother, several nurses rushed over down the hall. Let me get a drink of water, hold on. Shitate-chan was there too. At least she can admit it. Too little, too late. In response to the sudden change in Dean's condition, it was decided that her operation would be this morning. When I arrived at the hospital, Dean had already been taken away to the operating room. The operation was 6 hours! Wow! She was forced into a long battle. The hands on the clock were past 3 p.m. According to plan, there was another 3 hours left in the operation. From what Harine's mother said, the success rate of the operation was about 50%. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that was a positive estimate of the chances. She was fighting a disease that those of us who weren't involved wish we'd never heard of. On the other hand, Harine's a fighter. Yeah, it's gonna be a success, Chitose-chan, don't worry. Kiss your little forehead. The power of love will save you. Stay positive, girl. It's alright, I'm sure we'll be successful. There was no foundation for that. But it will be successful. It must be a success. Just try and make a mistake with the operation. I'm confident that I'll show you how I became the most cynical person in the world. What did she have? I don't know. It sounds like she was born with like a hole in the heart, which I actually had. I had like a clip inserted in the heart for being born too prematurely. But it sounds like she also has a disease on top of it. What? Why would you tell that to a child? You tell that to the parent, you don't tell that to the child! I thought it was too late for this to be a surprise. I thought about Dean's health again. If I had known, I...
だけど、リンちゃんが頑張ったおかげで病状はどんどん良くなってたんです。1年前には普通の生活をしていいってお医者さんから許可をもらったのに。
Until then, she was going in and out of the hospital every day, wasn't she?
はい、学校に通えるようになって、リンちゃんとても喜んでました。普通に朝起きて、普通に勉強して、普通に帰宅する。
This is a very dramatic route. This is the most dramatic route, I would think. I was not expecting this. I was expecting a light little sub route with like some comedy and some romance. I was not expecting this very dramatic disease hospital storyline.
普通の生活ができるのってなんて素敵だろうってとっても喜んでたんです。
I see. To long for a normal life. Jareen, all the indifferent days must have been radiant, precious days.
私とリンちゃんが出会ったのは小学校の頃です。
Also, fun fact chat, I learned that this is called a box blur. I have learned this from being a game developer. I have learned that this kind of blur is called a box blur. And I was able to do that in my own game. Isn't that cool? Anyway, Rin-chan and I met in grade school.
入退院を繰り返してたリンちゃんに学校のプリントを届けていたことが仲良くなったきっかけなんです。
God, me too, Rin-chan. I was also in the hospital in elementary school. We have so much in common. We're writers. We're hospital bound. We're sick. We have so much in common, Rin-chan. Why were you delivering the printouts, Chitose-chan? Were you a class rep or something? I had to go into major surgery in like 2nd grade. I remember that. And the whole class pitched in and got me a teddy bear. Except that class was really hard on me because I got like bullied relentlessly because I was hard of hearing and I didn't get diagnosed until like 3rd grade. Yeah, it was crazy.
大城と鏡や50音順でりんちゃんは私の次の出席番号。それで私がりんちゃんにプリントを届ける係になってたというわけです。
Why is the child the one in charge of doing this, and not the teacher? I don't know. I see.
りんちゃんにプリントを届ける日は私にとっては大切な日だったんです。私の家は昔から厳しくて、小学校の頃からいくつもの習い事をさせられていま
Thank
し
you for
た。
the little hug, Starsine. Yeah, I'm fine now, but I had to have major surgery in 2nd grade. And I remember there was this other girl who also got a teddy bear, but that's because her mother died. Luckily, that did not happen to me. Although my mom also had a very serious health scare when I was in 2nd grade. She was hospitalized for like, I want to say a couple months. At least a month. Yeah, that was really rough. But anyway, I'm getting way off track. Let's focus on the game.
学校が終わっても友達と遊びに行くこともできずに、毎日が塾や習い事で埋まってて。
What is the point of forcing an elementary schooler or a middle schooler or even a high schooler to go to cram school? Like, what? You make them go to more school? I got the feeling you could say the same about Shikihisa when he was a child.
そんな中、りんちゃんのところにプリントを持っていく時だけが自由に時間を使えたんです。
Chitose-chan, your family is kind of sucky, I want to say.
少ない羽を伸ばせる時間でした。
Your family is kind of bad, Chitose-chan. I'm sorry. They're way too strict. In other words, the time she was visiting Rin equal time she was released from pressure. Those must have been valuable hours to Chitose-chan in those days.
最初はプリントを届ければ塾に送れることができると思ってたんですけど、そのうちに
I would have a
りんちゃんの
nervous
ところに
breakdown.
行
I'm
くこと自体
sorry.
がとても楽しみになったんです。
I had to do like supplementary lessons for math in like elementary school. Oh my god. I hated it. In fact, even up through high school, I'd have supplementary lessons for math. And it was so hard. They gave me extra homework. I hated it. For Kumakko, this game is Get Angry at Cute Girl's Parents Simulator. It's true! These families suck! The only one who doesn't suck is like Kohane's parents, Kohane's mom, and like Shigehisa. That's it.
時間が経つのも忘れて、りんちゃんとのおしゃべりに夢中になってました。りんちゃんはたくさんの本の世界を私に語ってくれました。
This is very touching and cute.
そしてりんちゃんが書いたお話も私にだけ読ませてくれたんです。
That is a huge show of trust. To let somebody you personally know read your writing. I have let friends read my writing, and I've been laughed at to my face. And obviously, that was very angering and very frustrating, and I never let them read my writing again. And I've shown my work to people in real life, and I've been physically run away from. Like, literally, physically, somebody physically ran away from me. Like, out the door in a panic, ran away from me. Because what I wrote was too freaky. I also had quote-unquote friends who were actually aunties at the time. I didn't realize what an auntie was because I was a kid. But she didn't like my spicy Full Metal Alchemist fanfiction. And she was like, what's wrong with you? Why do you ship that? She'd like pull me aside and be like, why are you doing this? And I'd be like, it's fiction. Because even in elementary school, in high school, and middle school, I understood that it was fiction. Because I am not a lunatic. Anyway, the point is, it is a huge show of trust to let somebody you know in real life read something you wrote. Think, like, I showed maybe Papa Kuma one of my writing, and then he laughed at me. So obviously I've never shown him anything since. I don't think I've ever shown Mama Kuma anything I've written, because it's embarrassing, you know? It's a huge show of trust to have your writing read by somebody you know in real life. She was probably remembering those days. Chitose-chan's eyes were looking far away, her face taking on a gentle expression.
実はガーネットスカイの最初の読者も私なんですよ。
Aw, so you were like her beta tester, her beta reader.
編集者をしてたリンちゃんのお母さんより先に私にその時リンちゃんは約束してくれました。作品を書いたら一番最初に私に見せてくれるって。
I used to be a normie, but then in 2023 I created the most problematic OCs you can imagine, lost so many friends over it. They weren't your friends, Frankie! Real friends would be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever read. Write more of it, please. Like, that's what I would do. Those aren't your friends. They're losers. You deserve better friends. Those are not your friends.
でも次からは最初の読者の座は
Aww.
雨宮先輩に譲ります。
To me?
ええ、りんちゃんだって最初に読んでほしいのは先輩だと思いますよ。
But after we were over as child sweethearts, Rin rejected me. Even now, I didn't understand whether or not she held positive feelings for me.
りんちゃんにはもっともっとたくさんのお話を書いてほしいんです。私はりんちゃんのお話が大好きで
Gay!
お話を楽しそうに考えているりんちゃんも
Lesbian!
大好きで
We love a bisexual queen! You heard it here, chat. The Yuri route is real. You heard it, chat. Let's just hear that one more time. We love a bisexual icon!
私はりんちゃんのお話が大好きでお話を楽しそうに考えているりんちゃんも大好きで
How many queer characters do we have, chat? We got Aoi, who is bisexual. I'm pretty sure. She has feelings for Arisa, especially in the fan disc. It's very obvious. You have Arisa, who is just like plain in love with Aoi. But then she can end up with Mitsuki in the fan disc, so I'm gonna put her in bisexual. We have Chitose-chan admitting that she's in love with Rin. I'm gonna say we have 3 bisexual characters in this. When I played Tsukihime, I just wanted the girls to date each other instead of the protagonist. Real! Valid!
だから私
Aww. Don't cry, girl. In an instant, Chitose-chan's large eyes were clouded with moisture. The clear drops spreading out as if to cover the whole eye, though it immediately broke down. Aww. Oh, girl. It's okay, Chitose-chan! I've said this so many times, I love her voice. I love her voice actor. She is the cutest, sweetest, most adorable little voice in the whole world. Before long, her shoulders, which had been quivering minutely, began to rise and fall greatly. And then it escaped her sobbing.
やだよりんちゃんと離れ離れになりたくないりんちゃんがいないと私
Give her an award for voice acting. I love Chitose-chan. She is such a cute girl. She is my favorite character in period. Like, her and, like, maybe Aoi immediately after. Chitose-chan is my favorite character, hands down.
もし私の命を分けてあげられるなら
I'm sorry, you can't.
りんちゃんにあげなさい 命が半分になってもいいから。
Aww. Ladies, is it straight to give your best friend half of your life so you can spend time with her?
りんちゃん。りんちゃん。
Aww. If one could distribute their life and be able to save Rin, Chitose-chan wouldn't have to shoulder that burden alone. I would want to use my life as well. A world without Rin? What kind of meaning was there in that kind of world? Aww. The tears made tracks along Chitose-chan's cheeks. No matter how she wiped and wiped with a handkerchief, she couldn't stop the drops overflowing from the corners of her eyes.
ごめんなさい。私、こんな顔洗ってきますね。
Chitose-chan, you've done nothing wrong. The handkerchief pressed to her eyes, Chitose-chan stood up feebly from the chair. And with her slim shoulders trembling, she walked off in the direction of the lavatory. It was just me left behind in front of Rin's room. You gonna go in? Once again, I became aware of the diary in my hand. Are you gonna go in? Oh, that's right, she's in surgery. I forgot. If I remember correctly, I was the last to write in the diary, the day before the first time I lay with Rin. My nervousness before my first visit to the Kagamiya household must have been bound in here. During the summer, turning the pages of the light green cover that had been turned so many times before. In here, the summer that Rin and I spent together condensed. The summer days that I was thinking would continue forever. Those days the place that the diary led to, filed here. At the final date I wrote, the diary was interrupted. However, a few pages after that, the diary was resumed. Without a date or weather or anything to indicate a particular day, for several pages, Rin's words were composed. Slowly, my eyes followed the characters. Characters just slightly rounded and expanding to the right. There was no mistake, this was Rin's handwriting.
お元気ですか、先輩。
No! No! We have Rin narrating. Oh no. Gather your tissues, Chad! Gather your tissues!
この日記を読んでるということは、何らかの形で先輩に日記が届いてるってことですよね。
Oh my god.
書きたいこと、伝えたいことはたくさんありますけど、まずは謝ります。
Girl, you have nothing to apologize for.
ごめんなさい。
You're apologizing for being terminally ill? Like what?
謝ったところで償えるとは思いませんけど。
Or maybe she's apologized for breaking up with him. Either way.
それでもやっぱり謝らせてください。ごめんなさい。
This wasn't a diary. It was a letter addressed to me.
私の方からお試しの恋人を申し込んだのに、私の都合で関係を解消しちゃうなんて本当にひどいですよね。でも私はあの日お試しの恋人を終わらせたことは後悔していません。どのみちあの不自然な関係は終わらせておくべきだったってそう思うんです。ただその後のことは後悔しています。それだけを毎日悔やんでます。私、小さな頃から体が弱くて、いつも入退院を繰り返していたんです。心臓悪いんです。それが原因で熱を出したり、気分が悪くなっちゃったり、先輩の前で倒れてしまったのも私の病気のせいです。小さい頃から私の日常生活は病院を中心に回っていました。白い病室と窓で四角く切り取られた空、それが私の世界のすべてでした。外の世界とつながっていた唯一のものは、週に一度プリントを持ってきてくれる千歳の存在でした。 学校で起こったことや今流行ってること、いつも千歳に話してもらってました。千歳はベッドから動けない私の代わりに私の目や耳になってくれたんです。友達という言葉じゃ足りません。千歳は文字通り私の体の一部だったんです。千歳と一緒に過ごす時間が楽しければ楽しいほど、一人になった時の時間は泣きたくなるくらいに寂しかったのも事実ですけど、自分の周りにある現実があまりに寂しかったからかな。幼い頃から私は本の中の世界に没頭しました。笑顔に満ちた学園生活、大海原の果てを目指す大冒険、人としての苦悩を解決する旅。本さえあれば私は何にでもなれたし、どこへでも行けたんです。それはもちろん想像の中の出来事でしかないんですけど、ベッドから動けない私にとってはそれは本当のことと変わりませんでした。だから本は私の入院生活に光をくれたんです。だけどいつしかずっと続く入院生活の中で本を読むだけじゃ足りなくなってきたんです。もし退院できたらどんな人生を送れるだろう。病気が治ったら外の世界は私の目にどういう風に映るんだろうなって、そんなことを想像していたらそれがどんどん膨らみ始めちゃいました。実はその物語のいくつかは小説になって本屋に並んでます。先輩には話していませんでしたよね。私小説を書いていたんです。
Multiple novels, not just the one. She's written multiple she's been published multiple times since she was a minor.
隠すつもりはなかったんだけど、やっぱりなんだか恥ずかしかったし。だって
How's that embarrassing?
そこは
That's so
私
cool.
の理想の世界だっ
That's
たから。
amazing. You've nothing to be embarrassed for.
メモ帳いっぱいに書かれた退院できたらやってみたいこと。
I mean, not to blow my horn, but as somebody who has won awards and contests, you should be proud. That is a great thing. That's not embarrassing. You should be proud. I want to say I never won first place. I won like third and second place.
それを小説にしてみたら偶然お母さんが読んじゃって興味を持っちゃったんです。
I love the CG. This is such a heartfelt CG.
出版社にもつてがあったので私の小説を売り込んでくれたのですが、信じられないことに文庫としての出版が決定。それが随分たくさんの人に読んでもらえたみたいなんです。本当にびっくりしました。さっきも言った通りこれって私の夢みたいなものだったから、それはもう顔から火が出るくらい恥ずかしかったんですけど。
That before this was like a dream of mine, so I was so embarrassed I was dying of shame.
でもやっぱり嬉しくて、そしてその時知ったんです。
Yes, it's always fun to have your work recognized. It's always fun to be acknowledged. It is a little embarrassing though. One time I had to go on a stage and there was like a whole ceremony.
たとえ小さなベッドの上から動けなくたって想像することで私は世界を手に入れられる。
Rin-chan! I'm probably most like Rin-chan out of any of the girls, except I'm not nearly as talented as her.
みんながそれを認めてくれて、私は私の世界に自信が持てる。
Oh, look at the CG! Oh, look at this! This is great! This is the greatest CG!
そう、病院から出られない私が本物とつながることができた、そんな感じがしました。病気のせいで私の人生は常に最悪の状況と隣り合わせでした。 もし明日眠ったまま意識が戻らなかったらどうしよう。そんな想像をするたびに怖くなって、私は現実から目をそらすことしかできなかった。
Best thing you can do is imagine the alley.
だけど物語を紡ぐことで、小説を書くことで、私はその恐怖に立ち向かうことができたんです。変な言い方ですけど、私は自分が作った本の中の世界から命をもらってたんです。
Nah, nothing weird about that.
実際小説を書き始めてからの私は、お医者さんがびっくりする速さで解放に向かったんです。
Got cut off a little bit, so here it is. Started to write novels. The doctor was surprised by the speed at which I recovered. Yeah, you have something to live for.
意外に私しぶとかったみたいです。1年くらい前かな。私は退院することができました。そこには私が思い描いていた以上の自由があったんです。もう生まれ変わったって言っても大げさじゃないくらい宝物のような日々でした。雲の間から差す太陽の光、夕日でキラキラ輝く水面、鳩垣から見下ろす夜の街並み、私が想像した世界よりもそれはずっと綺麗で暖かで輝いていました。それで私は思ったんです。私が作った世界とは違う世界が、素晴らしさがここにはあるって、もっと知りたくなりました。この世界のいろいろなこと、そうすれば私の中の世界はもっともっと大きくなって、すっごく素敵になる、そう考えたんです。先輩にお試しの恋人を申してたのも実はそんな理由からなんです。風景一つ、こんなに想像と違うんだもん。今まで想像の中でしか接してこなかった恋愛って感情、きっとそれだって私の想像をはるかに超えるような素敵なこと。普通に生活していればきっと誰だって経験することなんですよね、多分。でも私はこれまで生きてきた人生の中で普通の生活を体験したことがなかったんです。だからお試しの彼氏と彼女という体裁が必要だったと思うんです。彼女を演じることで私の中にどんな感情が生まれるのか、先輩を彼氏というフィルターを通して見ることで何が変わるのか、その変化を私は知りたかったんです。
I'm a little worried they might show an age scene. I hope they don't. Or I might get bonked. Aww.
いつの間にか鏡を見る時間が増えました。髪を溶かす時間も増えました。それまではお母さんと一緒のシャンプーを使ってたんですけど、自分専用のものを買っちゃいました。
Then I bought my own.
化粧品だって初めて買いました。他人に可愛いって思ってもらいたいなんて、それまでは考えたこともなかったのに、先輩の前でだけは可愛い私でいたいなって。これは多分先輩の周りの女性のせいです。ゆきな先輩、小羽先輩、小野寺先輩、矢月先輩、なんでこんなに可愛い人たちが周りにいるんですか？なんとなく気づいているとは思いますが、実は私かなりやきもち焼きです。
Me too, girl.
ずっと病室にいたから劣等感もあるんです。
Oh god, she's literally me.
もっとも自分がやきもち焼きだって自覚したのは先輩とお付き合いを始めてからなんですけど、だけど幸せを感じれば感じるほど 私は怖くなっていったんです。現実の世界は楽しくて、それこそ夢みたいで、私が考えたどんな理想的な世界より魅力的で楽しくて離れられなくて、じゃあやっぱり私の思い描いていたものは所詮病室に閉じこもってた女の子の狭い心の中の世界だったんじゃないかって、そう思った時、
That the things I had imagined were just in the limited mind of girls shut up in the hospital, that's all.
私の中の想像力がどんどん力を失っていってるような、そんな気がしたんです。
But wouldn't you have more inspiration?
恋愛を知ることは作品を作るための力になるって思ったのに、実際は逆だったんです。それに胸の中にある思いを、育ったこの思いをどうやったら言い表せるんだろう。人を好きになるって気持ち、それは世界に一つだけしかなくって、しかも私の気持ちにダイレクトにつながっていることで、他人に理解してもらえるようにそれを表現することができない気がした。
Well, there are times when I get overwhelmed and I'm thinking, how am I going to communicate this? How am I going to write this? And the best thing to do is to start and to use your imagination the best you can. Use whatever experiences you have or what you imagine.
先輩と一緒に過ごす時間がかけがえのないほど、私の筆は進まなくなってしまいました。私の書くお話に意味はあるのかな。どうして私はお話を書いてるんだろう。そんなことを考え
I've
始
never
める
had
と、
that.
少しずつ私の中の創作意欲の火は小さくなっていったんです。
I've never had a crisis like that.
けど私は忘れてました。
I mean, I write because I love to write, and I cannot not write.
普通の生活に戻れたのは私が作品を作り続けていたからだってこと。私は自分の作った世界から生きる力をもらっていたんです。怖くなりました。物語を作れなくなるってことは、また病室に戻るってこと。せっかく手に入れた普通の日々、もう手放したくない。あの部屋には帰りたくない。そのためには小説を書かなきゃ、物語を書き続けなくちゃいけない。私が私であるために書かなきゃいけない。私はそんな思いにとらわれて怖くなってしまいました。それで私は一番大切なものを手放してしまいました。本当に私はバカだ。そんな身勝手な理由で先輩を傷つけちゃいました。本当にごめんなさい。
So we have her reasoning. She was worried if she didn't write, she would get sick. She would get worse. I feel like she still enjoys...
もう一つ。
I feel like she still enjoys writing. She just has like a creative block, you know? She clearly still enjoys it. I just feel like, you know, she's so happy with the world around her that she kind of lost her creativity for a bit. I feel like she still enjoys it.
お願いしてもいいですか？絶対幸せになってくださいね。絶対幸せになってくださいね。先輩の隣で笑っているのは私じゃなくても。
No! Chat, she has to survive, chat. She has to survive!
先輩が幸せなら私も嬉しいです。それだけで私は満足なんです。図書館で他愛もない話たくさんしましたよね。
I never have a creative block.
二人で美味しいお店だって見つけた。
I can always write something.
雨の日だって先輩といれば憂鬱じゃなかった。 先輩と過ごした40日間は今まで生きてきた人生の中で一番大切で一番輝いてました。できることなら白鳩学院に進んで先輩と一緒の学園生活を送りたかったな。本当は自分の口で伝えたかったんですけど、ここに書いたのはお試しの彼女ではなく鏡や凛の本当の気持ちです。私に残された時間があとどれくらいあるかわからない。
No!
ずっと先輩を思ってます。
No! I finished reading the long message that Rin had composed. 1, 2, tear stains spread on the diary. Rin had composed her feelings in the diary. Even though she was so troubled, even though she was thinking of me. How did I see her, I wonder? I became so desperate with my own feelings. Why didn't I consider Rin's feelings? I thought I really did want to know her feelings, but I wanted it for my own sake, for my own understanding. I didn't even think about how I was considering Rin. The 40 days she passed with me were the most shining. I didn't want her to use that standard to say they were the most fun. Besides, what Rin needed wasn't memories of the past. Wasn't it the future from now on? Rin conveyed her own feelings to me, right now, everything. So there were things I had to convey too. You don't know, do you, Rin, just how important you are to me. How much I think about wanting to embrace you. There are still tales you want to write? Shitose-chan handed it over to me, the privilege of being the first to read your work. Don't tease me like that, to not be allowed to use that privilege. Live. That would be enough. Even 1 day longer, even 1 second longer. This is very dramatic. Oh! Rin's operation was should have finished at 6 o'clock. Didn't end in the allotted time. Oh, I gotta save! This is so exciting, I can't stop. Let me catch up with chat. I haven't read the Angel Dust eroge yet, but I already know it's going to win awards too. They don't! Actually, they do give awards for eroge, but that's only in Japan. Like the Moe-ge Awards, they do exist, but pretty sure as a foreigner and as a doujin-ge, it wouldn't win any awards. But thanks, I appreciate it. But now we're past the scheduled time. The indication came that the operation was finished. Shitose-chan and I accompanied Rin's mother and waited for the attending physician to leave the operating room. Well? I was getting a somewhat bad feeling about this. What am I thinking? Be positive, Mami Mitsuki? What am I doing? Breaking my spirit before hearing the result.
落ち着いて聞いてください。
That serious tone made the surrounding atmosphere tense at once.
手術は
What?
残念ながら
What? That's... No! No! She has to live! She has to live! She has to live! No! Rin's mother broke down crying right there. Shitose-chan's arms dangled feebly. And me. A spiral of despair that I'd never before felt began to rattle my body. The doctor's voice echoed in my ears. What? No, she has to be fine. She has to be fine. Why? Why must it be like this? Why can't I see Rin like that? Ever again? What? You're saying I can't experience that? What? Gee, if only they had angels that could fix her up or something. But like, they make it clear in this world that angels are just humans with wings. You know, they don't have any actual powers. They can't even fly. They're just people with wings. Is it really okay to close off Rin's future so easily? No. No way. No. No possible way is she going to die.
続きがあります。よく
あ
聞いてください。手術は残念ながら満足な成果を残せませんで
What
した。
is the point of you?
しかしまだ可能性は残されています。
There's a chance! There's a chance!
今回の手術でひとまずは応急的な処置を施すことに成功しました。
Oh my god!
予断を許さない状況に変わりはありません。
Then why not just freaking say that? If you say the operation was a failure, then people are gonna think it failed!
それで
She was saved? The doctor didn't exactly nod enthusiastically, but...
この病院の設備だとここまでの処置が限界です。中央の大きな病院へ早急に転院した方がいいでしょう。
That's cool,
東
that's
京
fine,
の
we'll
大
do
学
it.
附属病院に私が紹介状を書きます。
That's cool, that's fine. She's alive.
ありがとう。よかった。
Can you imagine if your doctor was like, the surgery was a failure, but also she's still alive, but her situation just sucks.
よかった。
That was misleading on the doctor's part. That was misleading. Reen still had a future left. My immeasurable despair changed completely. Every cell in my body was relieved that Reen was still narrowly clinging to life. Good job, Reen. I became aware that, as if I was competing with Chitase-chan's and Reen's mother, tears were running down my cheeks. Everybody's crying. But I didn't wipe away the streaming tears. My heart just continued to tremble at the miracle of that little girl. This doctor doesn't know how to communicate. He sucks. In terms of holding on to life, Reen's operation, which went past its scheduled time, finished successfully. However, that operation wasn't able to reach a fundamental cure. Because the danger of a relapse was high, procedures had been started to immediately transfer Reen to a hospital in Tokyo. I was told Reen was still unconscious from the anesthesia and wouldn't wake until midday tomorrow.
ひどいこと言ってしまって本当にごめんなさい。
Please don't worry about it. I think if I was a mother, if some suspicious guy got close to my daughter, I'd knock him down on the spot.
リンがあなたを好きになったり、リンが書く話にはあなたのような面白いタイプは登場しないから、だから興味を持ったのかもしれない。
I got the feeling I was being treated as a curiosity, but, well, that's okay. At least Reen's mother accepted me a little. But there was one thing I didn't understand. She's definitely Reen's mother. That tone, slightly cynical, but unable to be spiteful, was very much like Reen.
リンはすぐに東京の病院に移すわ。
Can we see her finally? Seemed it was decided she would be transferred to Tokyo after a little while. The operation will definitely be a success, so please come back again. Because I'll be waiting the whole time. Please tell that to Reen.
わかったわ。
Certainly, Reen will come back. It wasn't a desire, it was a conviction. I'll wait, believing. I was certain that I'd be able to see Reen smile again. When Chitase-chan and I left the hospital, the hands on the clock said it was past 9 p.m. The area was already wrapped in the darkness of winter's night.
頑張ったな。
Ganbatte yo! Shigehisa was waiting for us as we left the hospital. It seemed that he'd come to pick up Chitase-chan. Aww.
よかったよ。
In front of Shigehisa, Chitase-chan's eyes once again overflowed with tears. Chitase-chan tried hard. As if Shigehisa was acknowledging this again and again, he placed his right hand on her head and gently stroked it.
リンちゃん、きっと良くなるよね。先輩も私もまたリンちゃんと会えるよね。
Yeah, see her again. Suddenly, something cold hit my cheek. From the night sky, snow silently began to fall. December 24th. I had completely forgotten, but this all happened on the day known as Christmas Eve. Very exciting. Short time after the operation, Rin was transferred to the hospital in Tokyo. I'm curious how much is left, but it's also about the 2-hour mark. Why don't we call it a day? It's been very dramatic. We will finish this up soon. Don't worry, we'll finish this up. When can I schedule this again? Yeah, I can schedule it next week. We'll play it more, don't worry. We'll definitely play. We'll finish it up. Actually, what do you think, chat? I'll let you put it to a vote. Put it to a vote. Do you want to finish it now or do you want to finish it later? And I'm gonna water some flowers. There's a poll, you guys vote. We'll be right back. Alright, chat. Let's see. Everybody wants to finish it now? Alright. I'll hang in there a little longer. But if it's longer than a half hour, I'm cutting it off, okay? Alright, we'll finish. Provided it's not too long. I still need a sip of water, hold on. A short time after the operation, Nadine was transferred to the hospital in Tokyo. After watching her progress after the operation in Nagasaki, she would be faced with another operation. But I was sure that the next time would be alright too.
凛ちゃん、入学試験に間に合うといいけど。
I wonder. Sometimes I take into talking with Chitose-chan over the phone. Chitose-chan sometimes heard about Rin's condition from Rin's mother. According to her mother, she wanted the word to get to me as well. Rin's mother taking me into consideration made me very happy.
せっかく受験勉強頑張ってたのに。
Still didn't clearly understand Rin's current condition. Couldn't rely on Chitose-chan's concern. I used to imagine it. If I could live my school life together with Rin in the same building. 1 year is a relatively short time, but it probably would have been a productive time. No. Pessimistic thoughts are prohibited. It'll be enough just for her to get better and come back.
そうですね。
Yeah. I won't wish for anything big. For her to be healthy again and come back. Just that would be enough. Are we close to the ending? I have no... April 6th. Wow. I have no idea if we're close to the ending or not. And so, when the calendar advanced by several months, the season slowly changed on to the next sky. Spring began to arrive in the town on the hills. With the graduates already setting off from the school, it became just a little quiet. Even the lord of the student council room reluctantly put the school behind her. Ah, Yukino-senpai! She graduated? Right now, under a distant sky, she was probably establishing a new regime. Happily, I was able to pass without having to suffer through repeating a year. You would think that my ditching so terribly would cast a large shadow over my being able to pass, but... maybe if there's a long way to go, then best leave it for another stream. Yeah. If this is longer than a half hour, I'm gonna save it for another stream. How can I marry Kumakko? どうやってKumakkoちゃん結婚できる？なんというか恥ずかしい。僕と結婚しているなら、僕と結婚してほしいなら、いっぱいおもちゃを、あげてお願い。おもちゃ、ぬいぐるみ、チョコレート、プレゼント、いっぱい、もらってください。それに、優しくなって、そして、なんというか、優しい人になってください。はい。Surprisingly, I was able to pass without an issue. Probably, however. The recently gone lord of the student council room probably had a hand in this from behind the scenes, didn't she? Parting gift from Senpai, I guess. She was unexpectedly kind, Senpai, I suppose. With the entrance ceremony just ended, the front of the school gate was flooded with the new students wearing brand new uniforms. Under the sky, dancing with cherry blossoms, the new sophomores, hope shining on their faces, really did look fresh. In that crowd, I didn't find the face I was looking for. Okay! Before the promotion, a letter reached Chitose-chan from Rin. It was written there that the operation was, for the present, a success. and it didn't seem that she would be in time for the exams. Although I understood this, it was unbearable. The vividness of the cherry blossoms irked me just a little.
何ぼーっとしてんの？
I'm sad about Rin-chan. Nothing.
ははん。麗しのお姫様のこと考えてたんでしょう。
Nope.
わかった。次なるラブハントの獲物を探してたんだな。入学式から新入生を毒牙にかけようと企むとは。お前さんはどんだけ鬼畜なんだい。
Junior, after this, if I could have a moment of your time behind the gym.
いや、怒るの？
Yeah,
怒る気
do
な
it.
のね。
Do it! It was good that I was able to pass, but I was in the same class with these guys again, huh? Thinking about having to spend another year with them made my head hurt.
でも、
Hi!
受験間に合わなかったのかな。
Hi! You're back, my beloved! The truth of what happened between Nadine and I was already known among the usual faces. I didn't think it was fair to hide it from Junya, who cheered me up, or Asahi, who kept me company inside the hospital. I mean, not like it's a secret, is it? From there, our other companions got to know the details. It's okay, the operation was a success. Just that is enough.
早く会えるといいね。
Yeah.
あら？雨宮くん？
Sorry, it's been a while.
聞いたわよ。無事に進級できたみたいね。
Well, more or less. Nantonaku. Although it's not like I don't understand the school's feelings, wanting me to repeat because it doesn't want to lose me.
あら？その逆じゃない？きっと早く学院から放り出したいから無理やり進級させてたりして。
Oh, really? I hadn't thought of that option. It wasn't a petarding gift from Senpai, it was a conspiracy by the school.
冗談よ。それ今日の返却文？
Oh yeah, if you could check them in for me.
返却期限日確認。はい、大丈夫よ。
Thanks.
だけど雨宮くん、本当に本を読むようになったわね。
Surprisingly, Hatsume-chan was saying,
前は図書館に来ても寝てるか保健体育の本しか読んでなかったのに。
I read normal books too.
やっぱり鏡屋さんの影響かしらね。
Hatsume-chan, why do you read books?
本を読む理由？そうね。高坂初美の人生ってのは一回きりよね。そしてその中でできることは限られている。
Well, yeah, I guess.
だけど本を読むとね、一回きりの人生の中で自分以外の人生も味わうことができるの。本には人々の時間が凝縮されている。それを紐解くことで自分の人生を何倍にも広げることができる。こんなとこかしら。ちょっと恥ずかしいけど。
I see. Thanks for telling me.
いえいえ、参考になれば。
One good thing about Hatsumi-chan is that even with ignorant questions, she'll think and answer seriously.
ところで、今日も本を借りていくの？
You know, the good news is even if everybody else graduates, there's still Koto-chan. Yeah, a little while ago I found a series I want to finish reading.
そう、ごゆっくり。
Couldn't deny Dean's influence, but I have a theory, chat. I feel like Dean is going to be in the hospital, not the hospital, in the library somewhere. I feel like she's going to pop up in the library. Lately, the books I'd read certainly had multiplied exponentially. A big reason I've been reading more is that, more than before, I can immerse myself in the world inside the books. But when I'm reading, it's like somehow I'm connected to Dean. That's how I felt. I also tried reading all the books Dean wrote under the name Yagami Karu. Amazingly, every one of Dean's books was collected in the library. Just like the first one I'd read, Garnet Sky. All of the books were overflowing with hope, kindness, packed between the lines. Now I've become a self-professed Yagami Karin fan. It seemed that meeting Rin here was incredibly far away. Since then, the seasons have stacked up several times. But the impact of our first meeting still left an intense impression inside of me. From that instant, Rin and my story began. He did read her books. Rin wanted to know about true passion, where love starts from. The answer might be that it starts when you first meet. What do you think, Rin? I tried asking Rin. It wasn't even there. Maybe I should repeat another year. At least then, if only for a little while, maybe I could go to the library together with Rin. What am I thinking? There were still a lot of new sophomores in the schoolyard. From one end of the schoolyard to the other, voices resounded inviting new students into clubs. It was an established part of spring. The wind was strong. Oh, that's beautiful. From the cherry trees in full bloom, several streams of petals were flowing out. It was like everything in sight was buried in light pink. The optical illusion was stirring me up. I'm reading too many books. I'm over-embellishing things a little. I reflected this to myself. Suddenly, the wind cut through as if it was blowing away the rivers of light pink. Like it was opening a curtain. Beyond the wall of petals, my vision became clear. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it.
Senpai!
Yeah, are you here? She is here! Oh! She's here! Oh! I gotta save!
お久しぶりです。
About half a year. That voice reaching my ears. Oh, she's here! Yearning for a distant, desperately hoping for a reunion with that voice. From behind the streaming cherry blossoms appeared... Rin, what? What are you doing here? Her hairdo was the same as before, but wrapped around her body, that was definitely a White Dove Academy uniform.
驚かそうと思って。
Oh, you certainly did! Rin said this looking at me. The exams, you didn't make it in time!
なんとかギリギリ。
Were you hospitalized for half a year? Your attendance, is it alright?
前に言いましたよね。私、授業を免除されてるって。
Oh, then she really is here. You came back.
はい。まだ通院しながらでしか学校に通えませんけど、私、帰ってきました。
Aww. That face smiling gently. The smile that I wanted, that I needed to see most of all. She was just a little thin, but her color wasn't bad. She kept at it.
いろいろ迷惑かけてごめんなさい。たくさん心配かけてごめんなさい。
I heard it like It's okay. I was able to see you again. Is anything necessary beyond that? It wasn't a dream. Kagami, I didn't come back. To this town. To the world within my reach.
制服似合ってますか？
Yeah, your uniform before was good, but this really suits you. The fact that you were wearing that uniform was proof that we could spend our lives at school together. In fact, more than anything else, made my heart leap.
ねえ、先輩、私たち付き合ってみませんか？
The answer was already decided, but on one condition.
それは？
This time, no time period. Aww.
決定です。
Aww.
今日から私と先輩はずっと一緒です。
Happy
大
ending.
好きですよ、先輩。
Before that word had even ended, I embraced Rin's slender body. As the cherry blossoms underfoot swirled up and enveloped us, the world's most beloved story began. Most of the pages were still blank, but they will surely all be filled with hope. Let's bind it together, the two of us. This eternal, never-ending story. Aww. Hey! What a beautiful ending. What a great ending. Aww. What a great ending. That was so nice. Aww. That was great. That was a happy ending. Very dramatic. Very dramatic route. I was not expecting that. Very well done. That was the ending. Oh, next time we play, I have to figure out whose route to do. We finished Rin-chan's route, and Ryu's route, and Kohane's route, and Oi's route. I think we have 3 more to do. I think we're about halfway through. What a great route. What a great ending. I would have been so pissed if they had never met each other again. What a great ending. That was wonderful. That was beautiful. And then I hope Rin won a bunch of awards and wrote a bunch of books. Yay! Happy ending. Pachi pachi pachi. What a great ending to the route. Yay! 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 Oh, so great. That was great. That was wonderful. That was touching. It was heartwarming. It was tragic. It had a happy ending. That was great. That was great. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Yoshikata! Yokata, Rin-chan! That was great. We were able to finish. How great. I'll have to think about whose route to do next. That was wonderful. I was not expecting that caliber of I guess, writing in general from Rin-chan's route. I was not expecting something so dramatic. That was wonderful. That was great. Alright. Gonna let this wind down now. I love the song. Call My Dears. Amazing. I love that song. Anyway, that was a wonderful route. These are long credits, huh? Nagayo ne! These are long credits. But that was great. That was wonderful. A very sweet story. I hope you all enjoyed it. Did you all like it? It was great. It all worked out. I don't think there's a epilogue. I don't think there's an epilogue or something, but there is the fan disc. But unfortunately, there's no English translation for the fan disc. But it was wonderful. Let this finish up, and then we'll call it a day. What a great, fun, heartwarming, touching story. Alright, here we are. The very end. Oyari Hachito. Produced by Ethnicity. Yokatta! A lot of unnecessary drama, but made it interesting. I wouldn't call it unnecessary. It was important to the story. And that's it! That's it for Rin-chan's route. We finished everything her route had to offer. That was great. right. I went a bit over my intended time, but that's fine. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. That was a very sweet ending to the route. I'm really glad it had a happy ending. I didn't think it would have a sad ending, but I'm glad it had a happy ending. I will see you guys next on Wednesday. We're gonna have a free chat. I hope you had lots and lots of fun. I hope you think back on Rin-chan fondly. She is definitely a very sweet and wonderful character, with a little bit of tsundere thrown in. Alright everybody, that's it for today. I will see you on Wednesday. And thank you so much for coming. Bye Starcene and Magrikane and Frankie and Halo and Starcene, Swantanimo, Ryan, Fumi. That's everybody. Thank you all so much for coming, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye bye!